Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Happy Halloween, witches. All right, so we finally made it to the end of October. Thank goddess. Anyone else feeling that way? I kept on telling myself, just get through this last week of October. Just get through this last week of October. November's going to be so much better, right? November's going to be great. We got two portals in November. Like, it's a great month for ascension. Of course, Mercury is going to be in retrograde, I guess. So I hear. So I hope I've not been lying to myself, but I really do feel like November is going to be way better than October. But nonetheless, happy Halloween, happy Samhain, and here we go. So total late start today. I don't even know why I try, but this weekend, I guess we're going to turn the clocks back, right, with daylight savings time. So that'll make me feel better about myself as a human being, right? So I can sleep till 8 and then I'll get up but the clock will say 7. Aha, yeah, sup? I don't mind playing tricks on myself. Trick or treat, y'all. So yesterday, we did a Law of the Universe. If you're just joining us for the first time, for whatever reason, welcome. We're doing 105 universal laws. And yesterday, we did the 84th one. And today, we're going to do the 85th one. And then, 20 more. And then we're done. Is that right? Yeah. Good mathing. Good mathing. 20 more, then we're done. And today, we're going to do something a little different. I saw on Facebook on the page, the Sisters Enchanted, she had a layout that she has for the Scorpio. I'll read it to you. It's called the Scorpio and Tarot Trick or Treat Spread. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio and Tarot spread trick or treat. Okay, so I will read it to you. It's going to be a 4-card spread. We're not going to use tarot cards. Look at me being rebel. We're going to use the Soul Trees Oracle by Allison Yee. And this layout, I like the picture. It's stairs, like they're going up the stairs. And it has 4 questions for each place where the card is. And the first one is, what am I afraid to see? The second one is, what step do I need to take to bring it to light? So these cards are going up the stairs. Then the third one is, how can I continue to focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again? And then the last one will be, how can I nurture this into a strength? So we'll try it. I mean, I don't always do things like this, but we'll just see if the cards want to cooperate and give us some insight. I'll reread those questions again as we're doing it. And I want to read what they wrote at the Sisters Enchanted. But first, let's just quick review 2 sentences that I wrote down in my notebook this morning. The law of sacrifice and death was yesterday, and it kind of boiled down to destruction of form in order for the evolving life afterwards to, I don't know what the hell I wrote, in order the evolving life may progress. And there was something about each human unit eventually becoming a savior. So that was yesterday. We talked a little bit about that. I think we talked a little bit about the body and, how it's temporary. Now, what was really interesting for me personally, my own personal synchronicities in my own life, today I got up to do my Course in Miracles lesson, which I do one every morning. And what I mean by do one every morning, I read the lesson on my free app, and then I go over to YouTube, and I listened to Tina Louise Spalding read it to me again, because I like to hear somebody read it to me. And then she does a channeling from Jesus, and it's always awesome. Okay, but the synchronicity today is after we talked about the law of sacrifice and death yesterday, and our units, our physical vessels, our units, eventually becoming a savior, and destruction is inevitable. That's how we keep life going. My lesson today, lesson 294, was my body is a wholly neutral thing. Not holy like H-O-L, W-H-O-L-L-Y. Like, my body is a completely neutral thing. And there was part of it, what it was talking was, is like, this body of ours it's completely neutral. And it's only our spirit that gives it life. Like, basically, we are walking corpses, and it's only because our spirit is in it. When our spirit is done with this body, the body becomes purposeless. It has no purpose anymore when our spirit is done with it, and it's laid aside. So it says, let's see here. And yet a neutral thing does not see death, for thoughts of fear are not invested there, nor is a mockery of love bestowed upon it. Okay. Then it says, its neutrality protects it while it has a use. So it's only while these bodies have a use, okay? And afterwards, without a purpose, it is laid aside. It is not sick, nor old, nor hurt. It is but functionless, unneeded, and cast off. Let me not see it more than this today. A service for a while, and fit to serve, to keep its usefulness while it can serve, and then be replaced for greater good. So see these bodies as like, it has a usefulness today, okay? It's serving us today, but that's all it is. At some point, we will not need it. It will become useless and without purpose, because our spirit will be ready to move on. Okay, this body is essentially dead already. It's just, our spirit needs it right now, so it's in it. But there's nothing about the body that the body only lives because the mind spirit tells it to. Okay, so what you are is spirit. Okay, so that just sort of tied into yesterday, so I thought I'd share. All right, enough of that. All right, so that was yesterday's wrap up. Today, we're doing number 85, the law of schools. The law of schools. And then in parentheses, it says the law of love and light. And it's not too long. Good Lord, tomorrow's long though. All right, the law of schools, also called the law of love and light. I prefer the one in the parentheses, of course. All right, so let's see if I can rearrange here so I can get some. I didn't even turn the light on. I'm just sitting here with a little light coming in from the window. It's kind of dark and dreary, but I'll take it. This law, the law of schools and the law of love and light, this is a mysterious term used to cover the law as it affects the expansions of consciousness which an initiate undergoes, and his ability to attract to himself through knowledge, 1, his own higher self, so as to produce alignment and illumination. 2, so these are things he's attracting to himself. 2, his guru. 3, that which he seeks to know. 4, that which he can utilize in his work of service. 5, other souls with whom he can work. Those are the 5 things that the initiate wants to attract to himself through knowledge. This law applies to the initiate who has transcended the stage of self-consciousness. All right, so whatever, dude. We're doing the law of schools, or also the law of love and light. So once you are the initiate, once you have, I guess, transcended the stage of self-consciousness, you then have the ability to attract to yourself through knowledge 5 things that will affect the expansion of your consciousness, right? You're going to attract through your own knowledge your own higher self. So that means you will produce alignment and illumination. You will attract your guru. Makes me laugh. Number 3, you will attract what you seek to know, and then you will attract that which you can utilize in your work of service, and then you will attract other souls with whom you can work. So first, transcend your self-consciousness. Is that what I said? Self-consciousness. And then you can attract all that other stuff through the law of schools, or the law of love and light. All right, well, that's pretty cute law. That's a pretty cute law. I mean, yeah, and I'm doing that in my life. Sure, absolutely. I've connected with my higher self. Yep, check. I attract gurus of all types and all shapes and sizes. I really do. And I attracted a guru when I was 18 who taught me how to meditate for real. Prem Rawat, TPRF is his organization. So yeah, like I think I've been on this path for a real long time. Then we will attract what we seek to know. Yep, check, still doing it. That which we can utilize in our work of service, I think so. And other souls that I can work with. Yeah, I do that already. I'm still doing it. So, all right, that's the law today. What do you think? I think we need to go get some tea. I made some peppermint tea this morning, and I swear to God, I turned it off, right? Like I'm using like just bulk peppermint, put it in the pot. It was boiling. I thought I turned it off, but instead I went into the bathroom and smelled myrrh essential oil for like 5 minutes, came back, and I was like, I thought I turned you off. But it was still boiling. So then I had to add more peppermint because I had boiled out all of the peppermint flavor, because it's just a volatile oil. So then I had to add more. So now I'm going to actually go and hopefully drink some tea that tastes like peppermint. You go get yours too. We'll be right back. Woo, all right. So we're back. That was the law of love and light. I would never call it the law of schools. I mean, if you're giving me a choice between the law of schools and the law of love and light, which one do you think I'm going to go with? Okay, so loving and lighting. The Sisters Enchanted on Facebook. What a great page to follow. So today they're talking about Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and it's a tarot spread trick or treat. So I'm just going to read what they wrote in their post. It's not long at all. And then we're going to do this spread. So it's that trickster Hermes knocking on your door with another Mercury retrograde, and right here on Halloween. Typically, we would slink back in fear as Mercury retrograde makes us afraid to start the car, make choices, or even trust the toaster to make a good piece of toast. But since it's Halloween, and since Samhain is upon us, I would take this time when the veil is thin to embrace this retrograde as a treat instead of a trick, and allow yourself to have conversations that are hard and make choices that are hard. If you fear all that is Mercury retrograde, Mercury RX. All right. Paying attention now. Because Mercury is in Scorpio, this is the time to hash out what's on your mind. Be clear. Get it all out. And then retreat and let it go. We are often told to hold our tongues, but this energy is great to get the hazy shit out of your brain and out into the open so that you can move forward with your truth. And this is a great time to do it because remember, November is going to be awesome, you guys. It goes on to say, this is the perfect time to take some steps up out of that Plutonian basement and see what needs to be brought to light and burned away, which is a key theme of Scorpio energy. It isn't always easy to dive into the hard work that is shadow work. So I've conjured up a tarot spread about taking the steps away from what holds you down so you can shine a light on it and start doing the work. There is no better time than now. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this and maybe incorporate it into my post on Instagram at Herb Oracle so you can see it. But really, if you're on Facebook, go to The Sisters Enchanted. They just posted this yesterday. They're always sharing really cool stuff. They've got some type of thing going on their website, thesistersenchanted.com/society. If you're a business witch, they got some things going on that you can join them in your magical business. And I love the site. I don't even really know how I came upon following it, but I love these people that make these digital looking tarot spreads because it gives you an idea of like something new to do. So we are going to pick 4 cards today for this Scorpio season tarot spread, and we're not using tarot cards. And it's from the Sisters Enchanted. All right, I think I shouted them out proper. So we're going to get our soul trees out today. First, we're going to ask, what am I afraid to see? I'm going to take out my Archangel sigils, lay them over to the side today, because we are going up the stairs, baby. We're getting out of this Plutonian basement. Oh my God. Basement, the B word, seriously. And then we're going to see what step do I need to take to bring it to light. And then we're going to see the next, going up this flight of stairs, how can I continue to focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again? And then how can I nurture this into a strength? We'll see, man. We will see. But I felt called to use these trees today. They're so beautiful, you know, especially like on a dreary day. Take my screenshot before I forget. Take my screenshot, and so I will post that. I think. If not, I shared it on my Facebook page for Herb Oracle. I think I actually I shared their post. So anyways, there we go. All right, so the Sisters Enchanted. Thanks so much for this idea today here on Halloween. What am I afraid to see? What am I afraid to see? What am I afraid to see? What am I? I'm not afraid of anything. All right, you guys, here we go. What am I afraid to see? Oh, my cards are so rude. I'm afraid to see change. It came in reverse too. What am I afraid to see? Change. Oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be fun. What am I afraid to see? Change. Yep. All right, now you have my attention cards. What am I afraid to see? Change. Okay, well, that's pretty obvious. This is going to work. All right, my next question is, do I even want to carry on? What step do I need to take to bring it to light? All right, so the other thing is when I want you to look at this tarot spread, because if you have tarot cards or oracle cards or Pokemon cards, whatever you have available, go ahead and do this spread today and see what comes up for you. Then let me know. I'm going to shuffle them again. When you don't like where this is going, so you try to overshuffle your deck to maybe persuade it to not be so honest with you. All right, what step do I need to take to bring it to light? All right, I'm afraid of change. I'm afraid to see change. What step do I need to bring it to light? What step do I need to bring it to light? Okay, we're just going off the top too. So as we go up the stairs, What step do I need to bring it to light? Live from your heart. And it too is reversed. So that says to me, you haven't been living from your heart enough, you cold-hearted witch. Live more from your heart space. What do I need to take to bring it to light? I need to live more from my heart. What a beautiful tree too. It looks like the colors that you'd see in a globe, but with more white. And isn't that cool? Because we've been doing so much with the white light, right? Haven't we? We have been. We've been pulling it into our bodies. The chrysanthemums are reminding us every time we see them to bring the light into our body. Bring the white light into your heart, Sadie Marie, and live more from your heart so that you can bring it to light. Bring your fear to light. Bring your fear of change. You're afraid to see change, and you can bring it to light more as you go up these steps out of the Plutonian basement. What you can do, the only thing you can do is live from your heart. What can you do? Answer. The only thing that you can do. Live from your heart. All right, next step. This isn't going to take long, and that's good because it's already almost 9:30. How can I continue? Hold on, let me shuffle the deck again. Okay, how can I continue to focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again? All right, I don't want to bury my fears again. I don't want to start being afraid of change again. I don't want to not live from my heart space, right? So how can I continue to focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again? All right, here we go. What can I continue to focus on so that it doesn't get buried again? Okay, I said I was going to go from the top, but this one is coming out of the side. And it is magic. Of course, magic would come in, not only break the rules I had set in hand, like we're only going to pull it from the top, you guys. Nope, it comes out the side. My thumb is like glued on it, like it's poking me in my thumb, like it's saying, I can pull this card. What is it? It's magic. It is reversed, apparently. Apparently I'm only getting reversed trees because these are things that I need to keep working on. How can I continue to focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again? Answer, magic. Is this like the witchiest, are these the witchiest answers ever? This is so fun to do on Halloween. I knew we wanted to do something different today. So we've got change is what we're afraid to see. I am, maybe you too. What step do we need to take to bring it to light? Live from our hearts. And how can I continue to focus healing on this? To focus on healing this so that it doesn't get buried again. Oh, what's the answer? Duh, magic. All right, shuffling once more. Last card for us today on Halloween. And this is why I went with this deck, because I knew, like, I love that they just have one word on the bottom. It's very direct. It's like so to the point. I love a good deck like this. So the last question is, how can I nurture this into a strength? So this whole experience, this whole traveling up this staircase, how can I nurture this into a strength? Yeah, it started out as a fear, but it's going to end up as a strength. How can I nurture this into a strength? Living from my heart, utilizing magic, getting over my fear of change. The question is, how can I nurture this into a strength? So I'm so nervous. How can I nurture this? And I'm so excited. How can I nurture this into a strength? How? Okay, that's how. I'm going to go off the top. Even though there was kind of one trying to hop up, I'm going off the top. Oh, wow. And it's mystery, upright. So to me, that says Mystery does not say to me, oh, I don't know, it's a mystery. No, the mystery card to me with that dark tree, with that, looks like it's going to be a crescent moon, like just starting to come back. That to me says, dive really into this magic, into the mysterious realm. It's time to get witchy, baby. How can I nurture this into a strength? Well, embrace the mystery. Embrace the fact that you don't know everything, that there is much, much, much more to understand in this reality, right? The clarity will happen, but you have to embrace the magic. So yeah, like just be yourself, and you don't have to know everything. I'm not coming on here on Halloween acting like I know the history of Halloween and Samhain and I'm all about it, right? Like I don't know anything in the grand scheme of things. I'm not coming on here as claiming to be an expert or nothing. Like I am completely put in my place in the world. That I am only diving into the mystery of who I am, what this life is about, what's available to us, and just starting into my journey into a more magical life, and just starting into my journey of a even more heart-centered life. And that is my skill set, that those type of things in my bag of tools is going to help me for sure deal with any changes in my life. And not only just deal with changes, but make sure that I'm not in fear or afraid of changes. Change is the only constant in the universe. All things must change. So it's really quite silly to be afraid of change, but yet we humans with egos still are resistant and afraid to see change in our life because we get comfortable with the familiar. But this to me is a message that it's time for me to embrace the unfamiliar. Okay? Because a lot of times we get comfortable with things that we're familiar with, but it's not maybe even beneficial to us, but it's like just familiar, so we keep doing it or keep allowing it or keep letting it perpetuate. But truly, it's time for us now to ascend the next flight of stairs. As we go into November, it's time to ascend into that next level. All we're going to do is walk up the stairs and go into the next floor of who we are becoming. And how do we do that? How do we bring it to light? We live from our hearts. We live from our heart. Live from your heart. How does it feel in your heart? Do you love it? Do it. Do you don't? Let it go. And how can I continue and focus on healing all this? Because I don't want to go back. We don't want to go back down the stairs as we're moving up the ladder of ascension into a better feeling place in our reality. We don't want to go back down. So let's not forget anything. Let's not bury anything. Don't suppress anything. Scorpio says we ain't burying shit. We're gonna light it on fire. So how can I continue to focus healing all this? Magic. And how can I nurture this into a strength? Embrace the mystery. You don't know what's waiting for you in a good way. You don't know what's on the next floor. You're going to walk up the stairs and there's going to be a door there. And it is a mystery as to what lies behind that door. But it's no mystery at all, honey. You're going. You are going. There's nowhere else to go at this point. Once you get up that next flight of stairs, you can hang out on that floor, that level, that rung of the ladder for as long as you want. But the whole nature of our spirit is to keep ascending into the higher vibrations, into the higher realms. So happy Halloween, happy Samhain. It's only up from here. It is only up from here. The energy is only up from here. Ooh, So what an amazing message for us today on Halloween. Happy Halloween. Trick or treat. No tricks today, only treats. I know it seems like, well, wait, there's a mystery there. I don't know if I want to go. Am I going to be tricked? No. But what do you need to do? You need to trust. Just trust the process. Trust your path. Trust your guidance. Trust where you are. Trust the magic. Trust the mystery. And trust your heart. Trust your heart to guide you into a place where you want to be. And how do you want to be? You just want to be you. Just be. That's all you can be. Now, of course, today you might be dressed up as this or that, but ultimately, underneath your costumes, underneath your mask, underneath your witch's hat, you are you. Underneath this meat suit, this corpse of flesh that we are dressed up in, it's you. It's you. It's your spirit. It's your soul. It's your essence. So allow that to fill every part of you today and every day. Allow yourself to live from your heart and enjoy the magic and trust in the mystery. Happy Halloween.